Happy New Year's Day. It's about 8 a.m. West Coast time. It is pouring rain outside. It's beautiful, but it's a level of rainfall that's a little bit concerning, you know. But so I think we're just going to hunker down here for the day. It's New Year's Day. 2025 is done, and I was thinking. I was thinking about the last 11 months since Inauguration Day. And I was trying to figure out, like, what surprised me about Trump's first 11 months, or what actually shocked me. And, like, the first thing that popped into my head was, like, one of the first things that happened that shocked me. Of course, there was the full pardon for every January 6er. I think around 1,600 people. I didn't think he would actually pardon all of them, but he did. I mean, he commuted the sentences of 7 or 8 of the worst, longest sentences. Proud Keeper, or Proud Boy, Oathkeeper, whatever people. But one of the things that was shocking to me in a way that was just so incredibly disheartening, which became a pattern, you know, right out of the gate, he started issuing these executive orders against specific law firms. And all of them except 4 bent the knee and capitulated. Law firms that had been around for over 100 years, who had reputations as being some of the best litigators, some of the best trial attorneys, fighting in courtrooms, you know, some of the best litigators on the planet. And they just capitulated because they made a business decision, and they thought that that would be best for, you know, their partners' annual salaries and their partners' shareholder value in the partnerships. And the one group of people that were supposed to take a stand, trial attorneys who defend the Constitution in courtrooms every single day, and all but 4 of them capitulated. But the 4 who fought back won. The 4 who said, no, we're not going to do this, and went to court, won at the trial court level, and they won at the appellate court level, like resounding victories. And the ones who gave up and rolled over, I don't know. I mean, I hope it has negatively affected their business, you know, because they put business ahead of the Constitution. They put business ahead of the idea of freedom in the United States of America. They bowed to autocracy and authoritarianism, the one fucking group of people who were not supposed to do that. The best trial lawyers on the planet. That was shocking to me. And I think it hit especially close to home for me because I was a trial attorney for 27 years. And they gave up without a fight. They didn't even try. They just made a decision. We're going to go along with this. We're going to go along with this for money. We are going to go along with the dismantling of small d liberal democracy in the United States of America in 2025, the 249th year of this country. we're going to go along with dismantling that for money. And that was painful for me and a lot of my colleagues. I mean, we were shell-shocked when we saw that happen. And we talked about it quite a bit. And then we saw a bunch of universities cave and go along with autocracy and authoritarianism. Universities with endowments of billions and billions and billions of dollars who had the money and the resources and the access to people to fight these things, and they were giving up. And then we saw his bullshit lawsuits against Twitter and Facebook. I think they each paid him $20 million. I was not surprised by that at all. I was surprised by ABC, Disney paying Trump $16 million for his bullshit defamation lawsuit against George Stephanopoulos, where he did not have a case. As a matter of law, Trump didn't have a case against Twitter. As a matter of law, Trump didn't have a case against Facebook. As a matter of law, Trump didn't have a case against ABC, Disney. As a matter of law, Trump didn't have a case against CBS News 60 Minutes. They all paid him between $15 and $20 million, each one of them. CBS, Paramount had the Skydance merger. Disney, ABC had business before the government. All of these institutions and corporations with actual power who could stand up against this government and the law firms, who had the resources and the power and the intellect to stand up against Donald Trump, bent the knee, either for money or for convenience or out of fear. And it's like that stuff happened in pretty rapid succession towards the beginning of Trump's second term. And I just remember seeing all of that stuff and just thinking, what's an individual supposed to do? What's an everyday person supposed to do in standing up against this government? But then one hopeful thing, it took several months to play out. Two come to mind immediately. Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who is now free at home and has an order from a judge that the government is no longer permitted to detain him. And Andre Jose Romero Hernandez, the gay hairdresser and makeup artist. Both of those guys were on the flight that went to CECOT prison. Both of them spent 4 months at CECOT prison being brutally physically assaulted on a daily basis. Sexual assault, brutal beatings, torture. Neither one of them had committed a crime. And Kilmar Abrego Garcia's legal team stood up to this government and won. He didn't have the resources to do that. He stood up to this government more than those law firms did. He stood up to this government and Donald Trump more than ABC News, Disney, more than Facebook did, more than Twitter did, more than CBS News 60 Minutes, more than these universities. He stood up against this government and won. And it is driving Donald Trump and Kristi Noem and Stephen Miller and Tom Homan and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino. It is driving them out of their fucking minds that Kilmar Abrego Garcia beat them. And he beat them badly. And there's